Apple, welcome to India. Samsung, welcome to India.
Manufacturing has emerged as one of India's highest growth sector.
Huge export worth 7 lakh crore all in 5 years coming.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Make in India initiative to put India as a manufacturing center on the world map.
Huge manufacturing worth 11.5 lakh crore.
The agenda is to render India as a major center of global supply chain for electronic manufacturing.
The Narendra Modi government sincerely wants India to become a global hub of electronic manufacturing.
A total of 22 firms have filed their application under the government's production-linked incentive scheme for electronics manufacturing in the region. This scheme will lead India to global leadership in smartphone manufacturing. According to IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, the system is supposed to boost exports. Of the total output of Rs 11.5 lakh crore over the next 5 years, more than 60% will be exported with an order value of around Rs 7 lakh crore.
They are going to produce mobile phone and components worth 11.5 lakh crores in the coming 5 years, out of which products worth 7 lakh crore will be exported.
The first year incentive has been held at 6% of their annual revenue, whereas for companies operated by domestic manufacturers, the overall 4-year incentive was restricted to Rs 200 crore. The PLI program also provides opportunities for the manufacturing of other electrical devices such as transistors, diodes, thristors, resistors, condensers, and nanoelectric parts such as microelectromechanical systems. In the next 5 years, spending on the PLI program is estimated to be about Rs 41,000 crore. India's new package of opportunities to encourage companies to shift away from China seems to be effective, as assembly partners from Samsung to Apple are expressing their interest in investment in India. In March, PM Narendra Modi unveiled rewards that will make electronics manufacturers liable for a payout of 4% to 6% for their annual revenue for the next 5 years. As a result, over 2 dozen firms promised $1.5 billion in spending to build up their mobile phone factories in India under the PLI scheme. Most of the world's biggest smartphone producers have submitted proposals for the scheme, including iPhone contract manufacturers Foxconn, Wistron, and Pegatron. Besides Apple, Samsung has also submitted the proposal to invest into factories in India under the PLI scheme. The scheme is also applicable to local handset manufacturers Lava, Micromax, Padget Electronics, and Dixon Technology. According to the proposal, it is estimated that under the PLI scheme, phones worth Rs 9 lakh crore in the category of above Rs 15,000 per unit are likely to be produced by such companies. It is estimated that the smartphone under Rs 15,000 level worth Rs 2 lakh crore will be manufactured in India. Currently, India stands at the world's second largest producer list of cell phones after China. According to reports, Indian manufacturing sector continues to remain positive, attracted by India's demand of more than 1 billion consumers and rising purchasing power. Under the initiative Make in India, India is currently on a road to become the hub for high-tech manufacturing as global giants. High-tech manufacturers such as GE, Siemens, HTC, Toshiba, and Boeing have either developed or are in process of developing manufacturing plants in India. Interestingly, India currently holds the rank of being one of the most lucrative investment destinations for the smartphone manufacturing companies. In order to boost and motivate the sector, The government has taken a variety of steps to promote a healthy environment for the smartphone manufacturers to expand. Some notable initiatives and innovations include India is an attractive center for industrial production abroad. Several smartphones, luxury and automobile companies are keen to set up their manufacturing base in India. The manufacturing industry in nation is likely to cross $1 trillion by 2025. The implementation of goods and services tax renders Indian economy as one of the largest in the world with a GDP of $2.5 trillion coupled with a population of 1.32 billion people, which would be a major attraction for investors. With encouragement to grow of industrial corridors and smart cities, the government aimed to ensure the nation's integrated process. The corridor will also aid in implementing, tracking and creating a favorable economic growth climate that would encourage innovative manufacturing practices. India has a fair chance of benefiting over the medium to long term in respect of incremental supply chain investment within the country. The government estimated the electronics initiative alone to stand at $153 billion in manufactured goods over the next 5 years and directly and indirectly generate around 1 million workers. This complements the Prime Minister's aim of growth the share of manufacturing in the economy as part of his Make in India initiative to 25% from 15%. Modi's administration has now cut corporate taxes to one of Asia's lowest, aiming to draw fresh spending into an economy heading for its first recession this year in more than 4 decades. Largest smartphone players in the market are aggressively trying to diversify supply chains in the wake of trade dispute between US and China. Benefiting from this, India currently feels delighted to receive proposals from some big giant players for making their operations in the nation's field. Such as Apple has 2 big Indian factories. One is in Chennai from its supplier Foxconn and the other is in Bangalore from its Taiwanese partner Wistron. Wistron and Foxconn plants produce handsets devices like the iPhone XR, the iPhone 6s and the first gen iPhone SE in India. Finland's Salcomp, the manufacturer of Apple chargers, are also started its operation in Noida. Nokia. HDM Global currently manufacturing 99% of Nokia's smartphones available in India. The company's Vice President Sanmeet Singh Kochhar said that they want to operate more here and are aiming to make India a development hub for their mobiles, which suggests that they intend to manufacture their devices in India in order to sell them to foreign lands. The Korean company is biggest among the Make in India campaign's top donor. It has 2 production plants, one in Chennai and the other is in Noida. Unlike most other manufacturers, since 2007, Samsung has been manufacturing printed circuit boards in India. Noida has the world's biggest Samsung smartphone plant, stretching to an area of over 129,000 square meters. The organization recently revealed to begin the development of displays in India. Samsung may move most of its smartphone output from Vietnam and other countries to India, with big finalization plan for devices worth over $40 billion. Under the production-linked incentive program, Samsung is expected to diversify its manufacturing lines for producing smartphones to India, and that will increase its current capabilities compared to other nations such as Vietnam. Samsung is likely to produce smartphones for worth $40 billion over the next 5 years. Of these phones, with a manufacturing price of $200, may account for approx $25 billion. The units produced in this segment would be exported. Chinese smartphone company Xiaomi has made most of the active investment in the Make in India program. The business has a total of 7 smartphone manufacturing plants in India so far, with its newest power bank manufacturing plant in Noida. Partnered by China's Hi-Pad Technology, Foxconn, and Flex Electronics of the USA, these campuses are located in Sri City, Andhra Pradesh, and in Sripuduram, Tamil Nadu. Xiaomi also manufactures PCBs locally. This implies that Xiaomi produces most of its smartphone in India rather than only assembling them. The firm itself has agreed that it is producing 99% of its smartphone available in the domestic market in India only. We expect that this number should include both Redmi and Poco, the sub-brand of Xiaomi. The Chinese giant Oppo, backed by BBK Electronics, has a production plant in Greater Noida. The plant is located across 110 acres and has a large staff of 10,000 for production, quality control, and product testing. The firm reportedly manufactures 4 million devices a month, aiming to increase it to 8 million by the end of 2020. Oppo is one of India's top 5 mobile manufacturers, falling under the likes of Xiaomi and Samsung. The Greater Noida facility is currently catering to domestic demand, and it intends to further extend and make India an Oppo export center. All Oppo goods sold in India are manufactured at the Greater Noida factory. Vivo is yet another promising Chinese donor to the project Make in India. The business intends to manufacture 8 million devices annually at its factory in WTC Tech Zone situated in Greater Noida. The current structure of organization has an annual output of 25 million units and a staff of 8,000. All products that belong to Vivo India market are currently produced indigenously. The business operated by BBK Electronics, which also operates OnePlus, is preparing to hire another 5,000 workers as part of the second step of the growth program by the end of 2020. Indian consumer electronics company Micromax is making a grand return on the domestic smartphone sector in hope of capitalizing on country's growing anti-China sentiments. Micromax plans to market as many as 20 different products before the end of next fiscal year. The Indian company has also received benefits under the government's system of production-linked compensation that has also set aside around 500 crore for R&D and manufacturing for the said period. In its 2 factories in Bhiwadi, Rajasthan and Telangana, the business has a growing manufacturing potential of 20 million phones per annum and smartphones combined. This shows the trust in India as a strong destination for investment and manufacturing. Since India is a stable democracy headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who believes in business friendliness, furthermore, India has a strong human capital, engineers, and other skilled technology people. Lastly, India itself is a major market for all smartphone manufacturers.
India's extraordinary human resource, good engineers, qualified engineers, good technicians, and good ecosystem globally. And most important, the last one, India offers a huge market by itself.
Facebook, Google, Qualcomm, and other big giants have invested a great deal in India. All the big corporations are also looking to invest in India for projects such as Digital India. Internationally recognized Make in India initiative pushes the Indian digital economy into a realistic manner as well. Now the world recognizes India as a good market and a country for value addition, and so they are coming to invest and expand their operations. Since 2014, units of mobile manufactured in India factories have gone up from nearly 6 crore units to 33 crore units.
2 मोबाइल फैक्ट्री थी 2014 में, जो अब 250 से ऊपर चली गई है। तो देश में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और मैं बताऊं कि मोबाइल फोन बनने 6 करोड़ यूनिट से बढ़कर 33 करोड़ यूनिट हो गया।
Electronic manufacturing too rose to 25% per annum. Smartphone producers have now started investing in growing capacities and production skills to move beyond only assembling phones into a more design-led production strategy that involves software and hardware architecture and product aesthetics. Some of India's major smartphone companies that have developed their assembly and packaging facilities include Xiaomi, Videocon, GV Mobile, Lava, Samsung, and Komio Intex. Tech giant Foxconn, a Taiwanese global electronics supplier that produces electronic devices for BlackBerry, Samsung, HTC, and Sony PlayStation, has set up a fabricated manufacturing facility for Rs 34,000 crore displays in Simapuram, Tamil Nadu. With an investment of Rs 250 crore, Chinese smartphone manufacturer Vivomi has set up a research and development center in India. The smartphone sector is very optimistic regarding the change by the government, and this has culminated in companies shifting their supply chain to India. This would not just simulate production, but would also render India as an export-led global cell phone center. Many of the factors for this rapid growth of the mobile phone manufacturing sector in India are growing demands for the smartphone in India and supportive government policies, along with the introduction of the Phased Manufacturing Plan (PMP), in which different import traffics on the cell phone components are being implemented in phases. The advantages of these large-scale facilities inevitably to go not just to the companies but also to the Indian customers in the form of more accessible goods. Chinese mobile OEMs such as Vivo and Oppo have started to see the promise of such ventures and have earmarked major investment in the immediate future for these manufacturing facilities in India.
India is already one of the most lucrative investment destinations for manufacturing of smartphones. Around 95 firms have set up their development facilities in India, producing over 100 million cell phones in India within a limited period. Most of them chose Noida as the location, making the town a hub for manufacturing of mobile phones.